Hey guys, and welcome to my video review of Transformers Generations Legends Class Cosmos with Payload. Now, as per usual, we're going to take a look at Payload first. He's a little space shuttle, and he's actually the first of these little figures that I actually kind of like. Not great still, but I actually kind of like him. His vehicle mode looks decent. It's a space shuttle, you can obviously tell. To get him to his robot mode, it requires 2 steps as opposed to 1. You flip this up and then flip his hands up. Wow. It's more than... You actually have to do something other than the arms. It's fascinating. And then his robot mode, I actually kind of like the look with the blue face, the red helmet, and the yellow on the chest, as well as the gunmetal gray there on the sides of his chest, and then that red Autobot logo. It was always nice. And you got his feet. Some decent molded detailing. There's more of that gunmetal and the thrusters there. But that's about it for his robot mode. So I'm going to go ahead and transform him to his gun mode, which is real simple to do. You keep that flip back, and you flip up his arms, flip out this handle, and you push his feet up. They just slide up. And then there's his gun mode, and I will show that off more with Cosmos once I get to his robot mode. So you're going to set that guy off to the side for now. And shift focus from Payload to Cosmos. And Cosmos is cool. This is a really well done Cosmos. This thing I don't like is his size. Cosmos should definitely be at least a deluxe. I know he's a mini vehicle, but realistically, I mean, in scale with other characters, he should be bigger. He's not a Legends class figure. But granted, he's still a very nice Legends class figure. So yeah, next to IDW, Deluxe Class Bumblebee from the Generations line. Yeah, he shouldn't be smaller than a car, but he is. He should definitely be, like I said, at least a Deluxe. I'd be happy with that. But to be fair, I am happy with the Legends as well. I'm just glad that we got a Cosmos that is this good. So this is his UFO mode. Just UFO. That's what it says in the instructions. I mean, that's what he is anyways. So he has his 2 cannons here sticking out of the front. Nice yellow, blue, the red head. I mean, it's Cosmos. This looks like Cosmos as much as any other version of Cosmos does. Man, I dig it. I really do. It's got the little fin there, little thrusters. I love seeing his little head popping up just slightly there. Oops, dropped him. It's very curvy and sharp as well. It's like curved, sharp corner and then curved again. You can see his butthole up there. That's about it. Now, something I noticed that was kind of weird. There's no place for Payload to really plug in. So Payload, he's there with Cosmos, but he doesn't really interact with him other than in his gun mode. He doesn't really fit in. There's like, that's too small of a peg for anything. Obviously, nothing can go where the head is. I even thought maybe you could plug something in down there. Nope. So yeah, these guys can't really. They don't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried though. I tried. So yeah, that's it for his UFO mode. So let's get him transformed to his robot mode. It's pretty cool transformation. Really simple. It's well done. So you pop that up, and then you can separate all this stuff. There you go. Separate the front half from the back half, like that. Come on, there we go. Got to unpeg. So that's what you do first. You separate the front and back half, then you separate it. So you have it separated into 4ths pretty much around him. So what you do for this back one, you just flip it up for now, and then down here, what you do is you bring this out, rotate it around this way, and you can fold the foot out just like that. Do that on both sides. Bring it, and flip it up. You fold this down, and then it will kind of softly slide into place. It stays in place very well, but there's no hard click or anything. Once you do that, you rotate at the what is now the waist. So yeah, just so you know, make sure you have the guns pointing forwards in this mode. Otherwise, you're stuck with that, and that's not. Nobody likes that. That's just no. We're not doing that. Not here. Not now. Not ever. And you just bring his arms down, separate it, bring it down, separate right there, bring it down, and then bring this little tail fin down, And then his head, you kind of just grab it and pull it up, kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on. There we go. And it just kind of pops up into place. And there you go. There's Cosmos in his robot mode. And I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a little less bulky than Cosmos should be. Cosmos should have a little bit more heft to him in the central region. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it looks good. You can definitely tell it's Cosmos. It's distinctly Cosmos. Green and yellow with the red helmet. It's fantastic. And for articulation, his arms can go kind of up and down. They have a little swivel joint there, as well as a ball joint, so then they can rotate even more. Ball joint in the elbow so they can rotate, bend any which way. And they also have this swivel in the back of the arm. So his arms have a lot of articulation. His head can rotate side to side, not 360, but side to side. Cannot look up and down. Unlike many of the other Legends class figures, he can actually rotate at the waist. And then the legs can go out and in. They're on ball joints, you know, the usual stuff. Usual ball joint stuff. Same at the knee. And then at his lower knee, I guess you could say, he has 2 joints there as well. So this guy has a lot of articulation for a Legends class figure. So that's definitely a bonus to him. And something I actually like, he has some bulk to his arms. His legs are kind of skinny. I mean, they have some depth, but they're pretty skinny. So if anywhere from like his chest down, which is a little bit beefier, that would be perfect. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But, you know, half the body, chest, arms, and head, that's good. The lower half is not. So it's 50% perfect for a Legends class version of Cosmos. Like I said, though, definitely would be even better if it were a deluxe class, because here he is next to Generations Deluxe class Thundercracker, the same mold I always use, the classic Seeker mold for size comparison. So he goes up to his waist. Cosmos should be he could be like a short deluxe, and I'd be okay with that. He just seems a bit small here, just a bit small. But still, not a bad figure. Definitely not a bad figure. He's actually a very good figure. It's just, you know, my personal preference. I really like all the mini vehicles. Cosmos is one of the cooler ones, character-wise. So it's just kind of unfortunate that he was stuck in this size. I would have loved to see him get a deluxe class, kind of like a Generations Warpath. He's great as a deluxe, as Cosmos would be as well. So let's take Payload, put him in his hand, just so you can see him holding it. And I actually kind of dig it, because he has a little bit of white there, so he has a little bit of matching going on there. So yeah, he's got that going on for him. Let me get him out of there so I can show off a little bit of detailing on this guy. Let's see, there we go, let's get him right there. Focus, come on. Focus on him. There we go. There's Cosmos. And doesn't he look good? He's got the silver, the yellow, the blue, red Autobot logo, nice yellow faceplate, bright blue eyes, red helmet, some decent molded detailing. You can see all of his little fingers there, as well as some panel lines in the legs, and then the little guns there. You can see they're kind of it's bumpy and raised around it. It's cool. It looks good. It looks really good. Oh yeah, and then also a little bit of blue there. So yeah, Cosmos, I like him. Again, complaints or just more personal preferences about the size. That's really it. It's still a great figure, and being a great figure, I would highly recommend picking this guy up if you get the chance, especially if you're a Cosmos fan. It's great to have a good representation of Cosmos that's not, you know, like even a smaller Legends class figure like his last release a few years back. So yeah, that's really it. That's Cosmos and Payload from the Transformers Generations line. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next review.